St. John's Trunk Bay, part of the Virgin Islands National Park, was recently voted the most beautiful beach in the world, again. But in truth, any number of St. John's immaculate beaches might have just as easily made the cut. More than 2/3 of St. John is protected national parkland, leaving much more to explore on this island than just beaches.
And so during the era of slavery and colonialism, Annaberg was actually one of the largest plantations on St. John.
The ruins of the Annaberg Sugar Plantation, a reminder of St. John's agricultural past and an economy that was once wholly dependent on enslaved workers. A history that has particular poignance for locals like Hadia Sewer.
My St. John roots really go back to the 1600s.
Sewer, who has a doctorate in Africana Studies from Brown University, thinks sites like Annaberg have much to teach us about slavery's past and its ongoing ramifications.
I think that plantation systems really, force each and every one of us to understand our relationship to the aftermaths of slavery and the continuous colonial experience.
On site, a traditional bakehouse where Olivia Christian is making up a batch of the St. John staple, dumb bread.
So the reason we call it dumb bread, back in the days, people didn't have leaven. So the bread was like dumpling in nature. So it was dumpling bread, and if you fry it, which we call Johnny cake today, is fried dumplings.
I don't know totally why you call it dumb bread. I mean, you explained it to me, but it's delicious.
The ruins of the old Susannaberg plantation offer a decidedly different story, one in which the little guy ends up on top.
Grandpa, father made animals fat, and I'm going to try to make humans smile by sharing this view with them.
The Windmill Bar sits atop what's known as Neptune's Lookout on the old Susannaberg plantation. Ronnie Jones grew up on the property, purchased bit by bit in the 1950s by his hard-working and far-sighted grandfather, Neptune Richards.
So Grandpa's concept of owning land, it was not a common thing for all St. Johnians.
Neptune Richards was old enough to have had living relatives who were born into slavery, so his purchase of the old plantation property represented more than your average land transaction.
And he would say, guys, whenever you get your property, never sell it.
Ronnie Jones was working the farm he'd inherited from his grandfather when Hurricane Irma roared through St. John in 2017. It left both devastation and an unforeseen opportunity.
But then the storm also opened this view behind me.
Before the storm uprooted dozens of trees, Jones had no idea this view existed. So many tourists stopped to enjoy the vista, he decided to offer snacks from a cart, then drinks. Today, the Windmill Bar is a popular full-service restaurant, and Ronnie Jones is always on hand to share the story of his family and the Susannaberg plantation.
Anybody asks me any questions about the property or Grandpa, I love to sit with them and share, because while I'm here working the property, whether it's cleaning the grass or maintaining it, I actually see Grandpa sitting on a rock saying, "Good job, son. Good job." I actually feel him talking to me, and that means so much to me.
Out on the remote east end of St. John, another tale of generational resolve.
It's family owned since the 1700s. Just as old as this tree. This tree is 300 plus years old.
From her headquarters in the shade of an ancient tamarind tree, Thalia Reyes and her colorful crew welcome visitors to Hanson Bay Beach.
Yeah, Cookie's a good boy, yeah.
Chairs, benches, and lounges, whatever I got out there that doesn't say reserve is on the house. Please enjoy.
Hanson Bay Beach, one of the very last beaches on St. John that is not part of the national park.
Well, back in the day when Rockefeller was purchasing land, the East End families held out and they didn't give in. And they decided that they didn't want to be part of it, and it remained family owned.
There is no charge for parking. Use of paddle boards and kayaks is free, and the price of admission, whatever the visitor feels is right.
Well, the price is based on your heart. What you feel is fair, and they are very generous, and we are very grateful for each one of our constituents that come through here. This is one of the smaller islands, the jewel of the Caribbean, and we are so blessed to be here.
And back to Windmill Bar, Ronnie Jones's grandfather, Neptune Richards, was one of the original landowners that helped form the St. John National Park.
He donated more than 200 acres to the national park, and he kept, however, that mountaintop parcel, which is hundreds of acres, for all of his descendants. I've got to tell you, that Windmill Bar is spectacular. It's one of the greatest views I've ever seen at an eating venue. They have music there, drinks, the whole thing. It's spectacular.